All right, now I want to talk about what happened to my first channel. As I've talked about my first channel, Timothy, and that it got shut down, all that work. Before I made all these channels, before a lot of other incidences when it comes to things around me, I had another channel. I was talking about spiritual things, connecting in certain areas, to do with ascension people and the tarot readers mainly, and also live chats to religion areas during Christmas and stuff like that. And other research. And I end up doing live chats about certain things I was finding. And then not long after that, they shut me down because of the things I was finding. And it was definitely to do with tarot readers. Now, I just put up one about a woman earlier. She's, to go find it, but I'll show you later on. Put it in the list. It's been up for a while. You hear a kid go, help me, right? Just things like that. Start off with small things. Then I found a kid drinking and her name and her channel. And then I did a complaint to YouTube about kids drinking, but I already downloaded. And then I talked about it on live chats and people wanted to know. And so I posted it up because they didn't believe me. This is in chats and tarot readings and stuff like that. I've recorded them. And then they threatened to shut down my channel. It gave me official warning of putting up people who were drinkers and they do tarot readings. They drank while they did tarot and they look very young, but you can't tell with some people these days. And I've got the name and I downloaded all the tarot readings they used to do and stuff like that. They don't do it anymore after these incidents. It was hard to get. And they did private readings, which is one of these. And then they shut it down straight away. So you put up a clip, you get people to watch it, you have it there for a while, you've seen someone saying it, and then you put it on private or you delete it. That's what they were doing. Right? And she's having a drink, she's getting alcohol, she's raving on about shit. Right? And so I wanted the answers about that. And I was trying to connect to a group that would want to talk about these things, as they were already talking about at that time about these private readers doing these things. Right? And so what happened is they gave me a warning about that first, and then I put up the child thing, and then they didn't shut me down for that, and I left it up. I put it up, and no one talked about it. They re-put up the clip to talk about how do we know that these things are safe. They didn't give me clarity. They just removed the post. So imagine talking about someone getting raped, and they just remove the post. You go, is that person going to get help? Did they get help? And how do we find out what happened at the end of that clip? How can we? Can we get answers? And I just wanted comments, some answers. Got nothing. I had that for a little while. Then I put it down. It's in private archives and in my hard drives at the moment. But yeah. So let's have a listen of just this part. Now this goes for a whole clip from way to go, but this is just a section of it that I found that was important to talk about, because this section is where she's drinking. And have a listen to what she's saying while she's cracking open or talking about a beer or a drink. Right? And then I got in trouble by reposting that, even though they told me, and I even had them post it up. YouTube don't check nothing. They just check that one clip of complaint, told me, got warning, even though other people going, no, that's not real. No, it is real. We should discuss it. Yeah, all right, post it up. Now you're shut down. Sucks, eh? That's what happens when you speak the truth. And that's what happened. And I haven't done that again when it comes to YouTube telling me not to put up a clip. YouTube. And then after that, they decided it's not shut me down now, but use the law. And I got taxed in other ways as well. You see? But anyway. Sorry about that. It's just reloading. What a pain in the ass, eh? One of many accounts. Some accounts are bigger than others, but all on private, pretty much, this one. Because it's too real to be spoken about. And that was an update about issues happening around me, as I've already got some clips up about neighbours and things and what I was doing outside, and court cases, as I talked about, that they already claimed certain things, and I went to court, they didn't turn up, right? And I got to a point and I had cops come around, talk to me about certain things, and I talked about that I don't want to deal with things anymore. I'm not going to go to any other false things. And they said, yeah, fair enough. I'd go with that. I've got that recorded. Right? They hope that you get so much crap that you don't bother anymore. And that was a year ago, putting all these things together of encounters and what I've got to say. 12 hours of it. Right? Tells you a lot. And back then, now I've probably got another 12 hours from then. Now if I talk about comments, encounters, right? And what I have to say about that. So anyway, let's have a listen to this. And that's copyrighted because it's got also when it's got to do with me talking about community housing. It's got the community housing lady on it and the house inspection and stuff. And I had to go to court about that, and they didn't want me to speak about that. So that's on there as well. But all that's on private. But they copyrighted it because that had, I couldn't even, when I put it up anyway, you couldn't even hear it in the end anyway, because it got copyrighted because of the music, right? But they took me to court from posting it up and what people might have heard. And as far as I'm concerned, they shouldn't have really heard anything, because they say when they copyright things, they usually take away the sound if it's got to do with that. That's what I've heard. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, there's so much changes, so much bullshit out there. Who knows? But when I got a copyright on it, I've heard people go, "Where's the sound?" Right? So anyway, let's have a play of this. As I was playing music and some clips, and with a copyright, and it's all put together, so the whole thing's been copyrighted. And I haven't got a good laptop to go through with a good editor, so I can redo those clips and get rid of the music. I wanted to do that, but I'll talk about that in other clips and the troubles I had doing that. Still do. So I use these phones. So it's just started off. You got to play it. The files that I'm talking about.
Tarot reader girl.
Let's have a listen. Live chats. There's a few of these actually. I've got people in cars and all sorts of crazy shit. Speaking some crazy shit.
Live chat. Ages ago. It's alcohol. It's a beer. You see the rest of this, you'll hear her go, "I'm gonna go get a beer." And then they do this
You
crazy
stole my shit. That's the crazy talks they used to talk about.
ratings,
Having to go at each other kind of
and
thing.
they delete it.
Guess that's how they do it on YouTube. You look at this channel, I'm gonna bitch.
Anyway, this is what got my channel cut off. Have a good one. Bye.
And there was a lot more to it. Anyway, see you later.